All right, so this is going to be a three-part series. So I noticed when I picked up my daughter's car, she's home for a little bit from college. When I was driving this home, it started shaking like crazy. And then at certain points, you turn the wheel, it wouldn't shake anymore. I mean, the only couple of things I did research on online. People say it could be the ball joint, it could be the sway bars, end links, it could be the bushings, it could be the CV axle, a whole bunch of things. So I figured, this car is a 2007 Honda CRV. I'm going to change everything. So I'm going to grab the parts and then from Amazon. Most of the stuff is from Amazon. And use the link in the description below. Help supports the channel. But yeah, we got some parts here. Amazon does sell these here. Comment below what you think of these. But I wanted the steering wheel knuckle and wheel bearing all together in one. So I bought this. This is the axle from TRQ, and I have the struts from also from Amazon, and the bushings will replace those too, the sway on bushings. We'll do the struts, we'll do the wheel bearing, and we'll throw in a ball joint too at the same time. Put it all together, and then hopefully that take care of all the shake. I did do the wheel bearing on the back side. You saw that video, and I changed the end links on both the front and the back. All right, so if you're following, this will be a 5-part series. Front struts. This is a 2007 Honda CRV. It's my daughter's car. I tried to fix it by just changing out tie rod bushings and all that. It didn't do it. It still shakes. She's complaining to me it still shakes. So check out that video. I just changed out the sway bar links and all that, tie rod links, and that didn't seem to do the job. So we'll check that out. I just did the battery in that car. A little finicky with the battery. I'll let you know how I make out with the dealer. Came out kind of weird error codes. So to change out the strut, you need to remove this 12mm brake line hose bracket holder. It needs to come off this strut. And then you got the 19mm bolt. And then you got 22mm nut on this side. You want to kind of count each other. That you break this loose with the air impact. And then there's a clip back here. Remove that clip so it detaches itself. No fastener here. We just take that out. And then this whole strut should be able to come out. And so the strut's being held up by 14mm bolts up there. I'm going to take the cover off the wood strip here. And I'm going to remove these by pushing in on these clips. I did put some PV glass on this. I let it marinate for 2 days now. That's why it looks the way it looks. Let's see if we can break it free. This is a 19-year-old car, so I want to make sure I get the best optimal outcome that I can get to loosen these rusted bolts. Same time, I want to put an impact on it because it's going to break the bolt. It's because it's so rusty. There we go. You work on just a strut. I think peeling these off, speed sensor, then that should be more sufficient. Now you'll be able to take the 14mm up top off. It's a sensor. I don't want to be aggressive with it, so let's do some PV blast and we'll come back to it. I don't want to. It is a sensor. I don't want to yank on it too hard there. Tabs here, just going to remove these. If you don't know, to determine if this is a USA built car, the first letter on your VIN number will determine that. If the letter or character is 1 through 5, that's USA built. If anything besides a number, like a letter, J, that'd be Japan built. So this car is American built because it starts with a 5. right there, 5J. So that tells me that it is an American built, which is good because it's actually the parts are cheaper. All right, 14 millimeters, take those out. So I lifted the hood a little higher. That's how I'm able to get to the bolts. So that we have a clearance to get to my bolts down here. Look at that. Pick out these bolts that holds up the strut. Unfortunately, everything's getting late. I took out the 22 millimeter on these, so this will actually fall out, and we'll take out the 14 millimeter up top on those. If you're watching this part of the video, you're pretty much there as far as changing out the strut. So the strut needs to just come out by removing these big, large bolts, and that should be able to allow you to peel this down a little bit with the tie rod being loosened up or loose. How you can drop this down and remove the strut out that way. So for the struts, you need to torque these back down to 116 foot-pounds for these. For the 5 bolts that hold up the struts, it'll be 33 foot-pounds up top. I had this replaced before. I think my buddy put it in for me. They're pretty much lined up. So this is where the brake line goes. This is where the speed sensor goes. That's steering bushings. Lines up, so this is the left side, the driver's side. It doesn't say anything where on the strut itself. Matching it up, it looks pretty much the same, except about the base. The only thing that it does say on the top of it, if this is facing toward the tie well, it says left. That means this is the driver's side and that's the passenger. It does say right. It has a little tab here, so I did notice that. And the old one has the same deal. So it has a tab going inside, facing that way, but it didn't say. Yeah, it does. Can't faintly see it. It says left here and it says right. So this be facing the pass, go into the tie well, versus this sticking out toward us. So struts gonna go in. We're gonna torque this down at 33 foot-pounds. Let's get started by hand. Thirty-three foot-pounds. Line the top of the strut bolt on. Let's get our sway bar and link here. We'll put this back on. We're gonna have to lift this up to get it back into slot. $116. Tie rod's gonna be 40 foot-pounds. I did put some blue Loctite on there because the cotter pin broke on me. Let's make sure this doesn't go anywhere. Sway bar end links, 18 millimeter. It's gonna be 58 foot-pounds on that. Foot-pounds. $80 foot-pounds. All right, we'll do the other side. We won't film that part. All right, that was a lot of work. So the struts are replaced on both sides. I do recommend getting a wheel alignment, even though this looks pretty decent to me, but compared to the rear, I don't know, it's kind of off. So make sure you subscribe if you're watching in the next video. Appreciate you in the next video.